Content creation is not that hard, and yet when an idea hits, so many creators feel like it's none ever-ending loop of random chaos. But the process of creating content is a series of steps that could change your simple idea into something more exquisite, from trash to an art. And because it's a high-level skill that separates winners from losers, it's a must-have skill. And I plan to show you everything about planning your content. Content creation is an art of connecting the dots to form your video, but every video needs a goal. And I'm not talking about your life goal, you silly buffoon. And I'm talking about a small idea that could be turned into something more beautiful. A YouTube video, a short film, a visual story, or even a piece of art. Therefore, your idea is the baseline to your mega plan. But how can you find great ideas? Our brain is an amazing machine that is capable of thinking and creating 100 ideas per day. In the shower, drinking, or taking a walk, or even while overthinking about your fucking future. Therefore, having a system to fine-tune that ideation system in our brain is an overlooked trick, because great ideas come in a split second, just like that, and then it's gone forever. So write it down. But what makes planning content so much easier? It's having a bank of those ideas. And that's the single greatest tip to planning your content, is to have a bank of ideas to work and play around with without thinking too much about what I'll do next. And it takes a little bit of work in order to get that bank of ideas. So write at least 10 ideas every day. But let's say that you had a great idea and you want to start making that small idea into something really beautiful. Now comes the step of research. Because we have limited time, and making a small research on that idea is a logical time investment that could change the way you operate and plan content. A good idea with a great ROI of views and outliners in a short period of time is a win. And if you have an idea that's the opposite of that, it belongs in the trash, my friend. But don't throw it away. If you have a bad idea right now, that doesn't mean that it's not going to be a good one in 3 or 6 or a year from now. So keep it in your idea bank, because it could be that video that changes everything for you, but not today. But even if you have a great fucking idea and you know it's going to work and you'll get millions of views with it, you have to know how to package it in a way that makes it so goddamn irresistible to viewers. And lucky for you, it's that simple. You just need to create some variation into your idea. And I don't mean your whole video, but I'm thinking about your TTH, your title, hook, and thumbnail. Your thumbnail is to grab the viewer's attention, your title is to validate the click, and the hook to keep them watching. Because with every variation of your title and thumbnails, one of them could be the reason to a huge success on this platform, because it appealed to a huge number of impressions or aka viewers. Therefore, you can ensure you're maximizing your idea to the max by studying what is called the TAM, the total addressable market. And that's the first step of research. And the step after that is the hardest part about creating your video. It's harder than creating the video itself, because it's going to determine whether your idea is valid or not, whether to continue with it and spend actual time creating and developing that idea into a video, or stop doing it and continue to another idea. Because if you have an idea without a clear package, it's nothing short of a waste of time. YouTube videos is 70% packaging. It's the most single important step that could make it or break it. After that, step 3 of content creation begins. And to be honest, it's the most hated step that I actually hate doing in the process of creating any content. That is scripting. After you find your TAM and title and thumbnail through that idea and you wrote down the intro, aka the hook, the hardest part is scripting your idea. Because it's the way that you could transform that simple idea into an actual video. And it's the most boring part about content creation if you actually don't know how to script. But in life, if something is really boring and tedious to do, that means it's really important, so fucking focus on it. Because scripting is almost 60% of your video. It's the way that you make that video idea and turn it into an actual video that people could watch. And scripting is so important because you start to define the key moments in a way that is organized and easy to follow. When I first started my content creation journey, I didn't understand this step. I always neglected it. I thought it's not really important to script my videos because I know my shit. I understand what I'm going to talk about. So it was easier for me to wing it, to put down my camera and be in front of it and talk like a freaking buffoon. And it showed and reflected in my watch time because I didn't have the actual confidence to sit in front of the camera. For a very simple reason. When I started talking without a script, I didn't understand the point that I wanted to get across to my viewer. Therefore, I didn't know point A that I wanted to make and how to translate it into point B. But when I started to actually plan and structure my videos, it made a huge difference. I was able to 10x my video results. So yes, it's boring as hell, but the return on investment when you actually start scripting your content is very high. It's inconceivable. Therefore, never start making or filming a video without writing down a script to back your thoughts up, because it can affect filming. The visual art of showing your audience your idea. And it comes in different kinds of forms. It could be a talking head video like this one, or a storytelling video, or simply a video over a lot of B-roll with a voiceover. But please, for the love of God, don't make AI videos. It's so tacky, robotic, and out of style. And a lot of viewers, when they know they watch an AI content, they leave immediately. And I'm one of them. But this is an important tip too. And this is an advice that could change the way you think about creating content. And quite frankly, it's an advice that I wish I heard when I first started content creation. Don't care about the quality of your video, and I mean the quality of the video itself. It doesn't matter if you shoot in 1080p or 4K or even with an iPhone. If you want to create a quality video, it all boils down to the idea, not the gear. And overthinking about the gear is the most basic mistake that content creators in the beginning of their journey are doing, which kills and destroys their creativity. You don't need a pro camera because you can fix everything later in post. No, you can't, you dumbass. But if you even hear this advice from someone, I want you to go and kick them in the nuts. Yes, you heard me correctly. I want you to go and hit them really hard that they don't understand where it came from. Because because editing, you stupid fuck, is not a magic wand that fixes everything. Editing is the most time-consuming step in content creation. It's the art of putting footage together to tell your viewer your visual story. So if the footage is shit, don't expect a good video. And sure, you can hide shitty footage. I want you to ask yourself this simple question. Why the fucking headache in the first place? Why can't you just put down the time in the filming process or the scripting process and create something beautiful that could help you in the editing process? Why the hell would you think that you can fix everything in post? Why not fix it in that exact moment? Now, step number 4 in creating good content is editing the content. But to be honest, I'm bored from filming. I want to relax for a little bit. Can I do that? So editing is my next video topic, and if you want to know more about editing and how to be productive in it, please subscribe